Good afternoon, Southeastern Ohio. I'm Newswatch forecaster Jacob Van Cleave. Athens today, you do see those temperatures right now are quite chilly, below freezing, currently sitting at 29 degrees. Now it says overcast skies, but you've seen throughout the day that we've actually had relatively clear skies, especially compared to what we've seen throughout the last several days. But this is what's kind of going on across the country. You'll see this whole band that's moving away from us currently, and what's actually driving that weather is a high pressure system sitting in our region, and that'll eventually push everything away from us, and we won't see anything collecting here in southeastern Ohio. I'll have more on my full weather coming up in a few minutes, but that's all I have for first weather here. But in West Virginia, there is still a lingering winter weather advisory and weather statement issued by the National Weather Service. Now that is now passed, as the only thing you can see here in the regional radar, there's a little blip here around Charleston. Athens, you did see those temperatures rise up to 40 degrees today, which is quite chilly, with a low of 28 degrees tonight. Now you do see 20% chances of snow showers, and that's important to mention because we do have a little bit of snow in our region. That little purple is indicating like a slush wintry mix. Now what's important to note is that it's a little too warm for any true accumulation on the ground, so we won't see too much snow as we carry in tomorrow. Now, before we get to tomorrow, Athens tonight, you notice the temperatures are dropping to 28 degrees. That accumulation does go up a little bit in 30% for see what's kind of going on and what's going to be driving our weather for the next couple days. There is a dip in temperatures throughout the week, and that's kind of associated with this low pressure system that's sitting over Chicago and Lake Michigan. It's going to work its way on northeastward. Now, you'll notice tomorrow that pressure system, like I mentioned, it's going to push on eastward or northeastward. So you have that cold front there that's going to have those cold winds that are going to funnel through and then bring us into our region. You'll see all that snow chance is up towards Lake Erie and the Great Lakes itself. We'll see mostly clear air just because of that high pressure system that's going to sit in the region. But for the most part, no snow accumulations, and we'll see that our weekend's going to be quite chilly, but then warm up as we reach to our 7-day outlook. Agencies across the state are spreading awareness on how to stay safe this winter. We spoke to State Highway Patrol Officer Sergeant Timothy Cunningham about how to stay safe on the roads. So guys, just with Winter Weather Awareness Week being this week and talking about safety on the road when you're traveling during winter travel, I brought actually a good little kit for us to kind of explain and show to the viewers what's important in here and why you guys should have it in your car. Now, a cool thing that I like to mention that I brought in is if you were to get stuck in your car and you need to get out in a safety, this is a window breaker. So window breaker is very important because you can, I mean, this is a multifunction one. It's also a pen too, but it lets you get out of your car. Welcome back to Southeastern Ohio Newswatch forecaster Jacob Van Cleave. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, that red flag warning has been cleared out of our region, but it's still a concern, so do pay attention with your fire behavior tonight. Athens, you did see temperatures today reach up to 67 degrees, then now will cool down to 41 degrees as you still have that sunny skies that will impact those cooler temperatures overnight as that high pressure is still in the region. Athens tomorrow, you will notice the temperatures are still going to be warm with a high of 70 degrees, a low of 52 degrees, and partly sunny skies. Now, as we continue on through the week, you notice this is looking really ugly Friday. Now, what this whole region here is associated with Tropical Storm Nicole, which is expected to become Hurricane Nicole in the coming hours here, honestly. It is expected to make landfall tonight, and it's going to bring some rain to the region. I'll talk more about that in a second. Now, this is also a cold front associated with Alejandra that's going to be coming through from the west. And it's going to also bring some snow, in not in our region, but across the country itself. Now, it's important to note that as we kind of take this into Florida itself, you will see Tropical Storm Nicole. It is going to ravage across the state of Florida there. You notice the forecast cone has it going across the state here, which is important to note because eventually it cuts back in here. Now, the main concern with this currently is storm surge. As a low pressure system like this hurricane, it is going to rotate like this, and what that's going to do is going to bring storm surge here. Now, as this is making landfall overnight, you will notice that this will also be during high tide with the moon being a full moon. So that's a very important to note as this is going to bring a lot of rain and a lot of water into this region here. Now, what does that mean for us? Well, eventually it makes it across the state and then up towards us here in Athens, and it meets that cold front from this system here. This system here is Alejandra. Now, it's important to mention about that. The cold front here, you'll also see temperatures are going to be associated with that. Now, what do I mean by temperatures? Well, you look at that tight temperature gradient. What that's going to do itself is going to make things cold along this region here, warm along this region here. So what does that mean here? That means you're going to have warm air coming this way, cold air coming down this way with this low pressure system here. This high pressure here is going to move on out of the region, and then you're going to see those cool temperatures as we move into the Friday, as eventually this cold front here will now be right here. You'll have the cold temperatures here, warm temperatures here, and then eventually we'll move on throughout the week. Now, that what I just broke down is going to happen very quickly, and you'll see Friday, that's when that rain's going to come through, drop temperatures throughout the remainder of the week, and bring us snow chance towards the end of our 7-day outlook.